Everything's looking a lot better after I've increased my photo period. Everything is bigger. I just turned the pump off. Look like they're gaining more color. It's only been a couple days, but the few changes I've made seem to be beneficial. My candy cane is really open. You can see that gap. It's almost completely closed in between the two heads. So it's opening a lot more than it was before. Zoanthids are still work in progress. There's still several that most of them are unhappy. Scrambled eggs and dragon eyes are looking good. This chalice over here that I thought was done for is regaining color, and its texture is starting to come back. So I think we just lost a bunch of skin, and hopefully we're back on track. This one is much the same as it always is, so I guess that's not bad. Hasn't declined. And then I need to move this right now, actually, so that this snail doesn't mess up this frag, bulldoze it over. Okay, that is taken care of. Accidentally bumped the candy cane a little bit. Whoops. They didn't like that, but they're okay. And that guy closed up. A bunch of copepods ran out, or amphipods, because I disturbed their little home. They were all swarming over here. But they're okay too. They'll continue. They're all over the place. My caulerpa is, the dying parts are being eaten. They're being consumed. And we've got that new branch right there has grown extremely fast in just 3 days or something. And this one I think this one took 3 days as well. So I'm hoping another frond pops out or something, but I don't know if this is growing or being eaten. Not sure, but I know it can grow quickly, and hopefully it will. But here's just a full tank shot. I moved some of the Caulerpa prolifera because it takes up nutrients. It grows the fastest, and it takes up nutrients probably. It seems like it has some sort of a priority, and so I think my palm caulerpa wasn't getting enough, and that's the one I really want to grow a lot of. So I moved this prolifera to this tank, and the growth is just really slowed. The consumption's really slowed, but it's not dying over there. And then my ocean tank, I've got some diatoms, but I think one of these toadstools just got smacked by the sargassum over here. Got that hair algae that's growing more. Thinking about putting a piece of caulerpa in there to compete. Got no filter, so I've got nothing pulling particulate or anything out of the water. I guess I probably just need to do a water change, 50% or something. All right, today I did a 50% water change on my ocean tank. I guess that's just what we'll call it. The sargassum looks alive, I think. But nice thing is that my little crab is still alive. Saw him swimming around. Man, it's hard to get that shot. Yes, there we go. So he's still kicking around. Been feeding this tank phytoplankton every couple days, probably 2 or 3 days. And my 2 clams are still alive. There's one here and then one under there. The algae kind of made its way over, but getting all this, it looks like hair algae growth. So I don't think the sargassum is pulling out nutrients the same way the prolifera does. It might be because it's a brown algae. I'm not sure. But interesting. And it's not a huge problem. I can just scrub it off these plugs. It's really not a big deal. And then on this tank, I did just a 1 gallon water change. So that's about 5%. I don't really know if it needs it, but it's good to have some fresh salt water. I guess I could think of that as dosing as well. Just dosing a little fresh water. So just reduces some of the waste that's not being pulled out of the tank and replaces that with good water. Still got some growth. These Paspaloides are still growing. You can see those white tips there. My limpet that I thought was gone is right there. He did not die. And I've got one snail left. It's ridiculous. I can't believe it. I got some algae growing on my sides, so he has enough to eat. I've got algae growing on the plugs. So that started growing when I started dosing this potassium phosphate. And I've got to get a lot of stuff done. Actually, I need to do testing. I need to switch out this stand for the permanent one, which is 6 feet long. This is 4 feet long, and that will allow me to put my little ocean tank on it as well. And then I'll be able to get my permanent light mounting solution up, whatever that happens to be. I think it'll be similar to this, except attached to a much more sturdy stand. But that all needs to be done. I got to get my shelf finished. Probably gonna have to move the shelves because the stand is probably gonna take up this space here, because I really don't want to expand it that way toward the back of the garage. So part of this will be inaccessible. So I've really got to get this managed here. But that's all to come, and hopefully it'll happen soon.